Hey, what's going on gamers? It's around 6 days a week, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to get Demigod quickly before the season ends, since, trust me, anyone can do this. Iron Mace also just released the cosmetic rewards for this season's Demigod, Exemplar, Voyager, and Pathfinder ranks, and released a short questline that gives you the birthday lobby emote. Combining that with the 3 other quest-based cosmetics, we're left at 8 total earnable cosmetic items for this wipe. Oh, and as a reminder, you can earn the quest-based cosmetics up until wipe happens, but for the ranked-based cosmetics, you only have 17 days left as of this video, which is plenty of time even if you're starting in the lowest gear bracket, the Neophytes. So, in this video, I'll show you how I averaged roughly 2,500 AP per game and got to Neophyte 2 Demigod in roughly 13 hours of gameplay. The map that I played the majority of my games on was Ice Caverns / Ice Abyss, since it had the most uncontested AP due to the difficulty of the PvE on the map. Now, if you have no idea how to fight this stuff on Ice Caverns or Ice Abyss, I do have videos out for that. I won't be going over it in detail in this video since I expect that you watch these two first. Links can be found in the description. Okay, now let's move on to the strategy. Your 2 main point makers are going to be monster kills and treasure. You can seek out PvP if you'd like, but once you get towards the top end of the ranks, the values aren't going to be that much. Alright, for things to loot, always prioritize treasures and event drops. The only mob drop that I will pick up are golden teeth, since they stack to 3 and turn out to be around a rare treasure in terms of value. If you are being really efficient with looting and killing mobs, you will have much more treasure than you can even pick up. So, prioritize the smaller treasures over the larger ones if they're equal in rarity, since, for the same space, you'll get a lot more AP for smaller treasures. For gear, it will never be worth more than treasure at the same rarity, but if you do find a really good piece of gear, let's say like a PvP kill, it can be swapped out for any piece of treasure that is 2 tiers below it in terms of rarity. So, epic gloves would be equal to roughly uncommon treasure, and legendary would be roughly equal to a rare piece of treasure. For event drops, always pick up as many as you can. They're single slot and can be stacked, so they're technically BIS for AP. Oh, you don't need to break them up anymore for the AP bug from a few seasons ago. They fixed that. They're always going to give you the full worth of the treasure, no matter how much they're stacked. Okay, now monster priority. For the Ice Caverns and Ice Abyss specifically, you're going to want to kill as many Elite and Nightmare base level enemies as you can. Only seek out the sub-bosses if they're convenient and on your route. Honestly, they don't give that many more points than your base Elite and Nightmare enemies. For a typical monster, the normal will give 5, Elite will give you 10, and Nightmare gives you 15. For sub-bosses, they'll fall somewhere between 20 and 40. So, from just 2 kills, you're basically getting the value of a sub-boss. In this period of time, you're also going to want to take time to loot every single thing you kill or break open, because skull tokens can drop from anywhere. For AP seasons that don't have a holiday event, you could skip the small chests and some mobs, but right now, since we have the skull token event going on, loot every single thing that you kill. Also, keep your eyes out for small coffers, since they will always have skull tokens in them, silver or gold. They're going to randomly spawn in place of small chests around the map. So, sometimes you'll find a lot, sometimes you'll find none. One last thing, if your class cannot natively unlock locked chests, bring lockpicks. They are a must-have for the Ice Abyss Gold and Lion's Head chests, since they're the best source for legendary treasures in the Ice Abyss. Okay, now for the best class. Well, the best class for AP grinding is whatever class you can play the best. Just play with what you're comfortable with, since there will be times that you'll have to PvP. If I had to give an answer for this, I would say Warlock, Bard, Rogue, and Barbarian are probably the top 4 classes for AP grinding. Bard and Rogue, since they can unlock chests with their skills, and Warlock and Barbarian for their PvE clear times, and abilities to break things quickly. For this season in particular, I did hit Demigod using the Barbarian, and this was actually the same kit I used throughout the entire process, Neophyte 2 Demigod. But then again, if you're comfortable fighting PvE and navigating the map, you can do it in any kind of kit. Having more damage and better stats just makes it a little bit faster. Alright, now the route. Well, for Ice Caverns, it has way too many spawns to give you a solid route, so just clear whatever module you spawn into, and then begin clearing modules entirely as you work your way towards the drop points that lead you into the Ice Abyss. Don't be too concerned about getting loot in the Ice Caverns. You're going to find much better treasures and higher level enemies in the Ice Abyss, so focus on killing mobs and as many as you can in this layer. I'm being honest here, you're going to find a lot of treasure in the Ice Abyss, so sometimes I would drop down into the next layer of the map with just some skull tokens, nothing else. Again, for the Ice Caverns, just focus on the base mobs. Kill some sub-bosses if you have to, if it's convenient, but really just keep killing the skeletons, kobolds, harpies, wolves, and frostwalkers. You can get many more points off of them than if you just seek the sub-bosses. Now, once you get down to the Ice Abyss, this is where the real AP grinding begins. You're going to want to full clear, entirely clear, all of this highlighted red area. If you do spawn on some other parts of the map, so anywhere along this line, just navigate on this path to the red highlighted area and clear it entirely. There's also going to be a lot of lion's head chests and gold chests that you can get your legendary treasures from. The Dark Narker wiki, which is linked in the description, will have all the information you need on where to find these valuable chest sets. This is also where you begin going hard on looting, so yes, loot every single thing that you pass by, and do check the walls and static spawn points for treasure, since they'll often spawn pretty rare stuff. Alright, for the rest of the video, I will show you a 3000 adventure point round, so you can see the highlighted route in person, and get a good feel for the pacing it takes to get those points. To keep things short, we will skip the Ice Caverns, but you will get the majority of your points in the Ice Abyss. Alright, that wraps up the talking part of this video, so I'll leave on some soft music and let you enjoy the PvE.